there's a picture of my dad, and he's a veteran. So my dad was a World War II veteran, and most people don't know that there's a veterans benefit specifically to pay for care. Now, if you're service-connected, disabled veteran, this benefit isn't for you. But if you served during a war, so that would be World War I don't know that there's anyone living from that war, but World War II, we still have World War II veterans living in Korea, Vietnam, and the Gulf War. There's a benefit, they've called it aid and attendance. It's actually an enhanced pension. So this veterans benefit, it's an enhanced pension, and most people call it aid and attendance because that's what it pays for. It pays for medical aid and an attendant, somebody to care for you. It pays for care in your home, in a facility like an assisted living facility, when you need assistance with your activities of daily living. So that's bathing, walking, going to the bathroom, eating, and getting in and out of bed. So if you need assistance with those activities, it's available. Now, you do have to become impoverished to get this benefit, and you have to plan 3 years ahead because they've imposed new rules to make it harder to get this benefit because they really didn't want to pay it out. But if you plan ahead, you can be legally impoverished in the veteran's eyes, but actually keep your money. So we have a strategy where we use a specific asset protection trust to protect your assets and qualify you for the veterans benefits.
So you take your own assets, you take your own money, your own investments, you put them in a trust, and the trust protects those assets while at the same time the Veterans Administration looks at you and says, you're impoverished and you're entitled to these monies.
Exactly. So this kind of trust, it's not your typical living trust. So how I explain it to my clients is this trust works like a treasure chest. You have to put the assets in the treasure chest. You have to close the lid and you have to lock it up and you have to get the key to somebody else. That's going to be your trustee. Now they have to be somebody you really trust, somebody that you know is not going to try and steal your money, because the only way to keep somebody from stealing your money would be going to court. So if you have a trusted child, then that trustee can hold that money in an asset protection trust. And with the VA, once we wait the 3-year, what they call penalty period or look back period, then you would qualify for the veterans benefits. And we do the math, we might be able to shorten it from 3 years, but the math is complicated and nobody would care about that. So I say 3 years because that way we know we can plan in 3 years.
So this is a way for you to lock up your money so the government doesn't take it, and at the same time, the government looks at you and says, you're broke, you're entitled to this benefit.
Correct. They look, yeah, basically that's what they do. They look at you and they say you're broke because you've made the transfer. You've made it far enough back that they can't see your transfer. So then they look and they say, this is how much money you have. You qualify.